because I got her from Nautica too.
Hi.
Hey.
What we say?
Oh yeah, you said there's a huge trust factor. Oh, no, I
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, it's like a relationship. I don't think people understand that when you're doing hair, it is a relationship.
Hey guys, if you were in our other video, just say I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, we gotta put that site up.
Okay. All right, hold on, guys. What were you saying?
I'm taking a break.
Well, just
I
wave at
I
the
I
people.
think
Just wave at the people. Just sit there and wave at the people.
I'm waving, baby. I'm waving. I'm waving.
We are hilarious. You missed it. I was like this. Oh, we were having a ball. I'm telling you, it's all about having fun on here. That's what it's about.
These some hard potatoes.
Because you didn't cook them long enough. But they take. I mean, they're good. You season them up nice. They're really good. You season
But
them up.
once I've read that if you don't fully cook a potato, it takes away from the
Oh,
glycemic index. I was like, oh, okay.
oh, you were pumped about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, potatoes, raw potatoes don't spike the sugar at all.
Oh, that's because you can't break it down.
That's the truth.
Oh
Hello,
man,
y'all. What's up? Hey, hello.
what's going on, fam?
Husband's doing my hair, and we're sitting here and we're just chatting it up about hairstylists and all of that. Um,
All right.
I'm assuming people still doing hair.
It's rough out here these
It's
days.
rough out here in these
Yeah.
streets.
Uh-huh. Gas prices.
Right.
Let's see here, guys. The link is pinned below. Get you one of these. All
So
right. Here's a. All right. Let me take my time.
it's cold, baby.
Look at
It's
the
cold.
look at the
This.
mist. Oh, look at the mist. Do you see that? Look at that. Look at that. I can just do this all day long. All right, I'm done.
So what were we
All
saying?
right. Yeah,
Oh, people don't understand
a
that.
nice mist on the hair. Okay, what were we saying?
People were saying people don't understand that getting a hairstylist is about forming some type of relationship.
Relationship. Oh my goodness, it really is.
Because I don't think people. I think when you first begin doing hair, and that's probably any business that's kind of sales, and that's another thing. People don't understand that doing hair is sales. Watch it, baby. That's my sensitive area.
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So don't tell
Yeah,
me you
it's a
tender
little
headed.
tight
Are you?
right here.
I haven't
You
even.
don't see it's
Look.
not.
Look at the tension on
No, no, no.
this.
It's
Does
a
that
little,
hurt?
babe.
Look at the tension.
Oh no, it doesn't hurt now. I'm just saying when you twist it, I can feel it. So just be careful.
Oh. And you've been over rotating your hair.
I don't do my hair
Are you drinking
really.
enough water?
Look, babe, are you are
Okay.
you being serious or not?
I'm messing with her, guys. You know, if you don't drink
I'm
enough water.
trying to make this video
Okay, okay, okay,
informational.
okay. All right, let's. All right, we're
Okay, my
serious here.
husband just wants me to be in the moment. All
All right.
right, y'all want me to just sit here and look?
No.
Them darn views gonna go like,
What? What?
cause I'm all about views and stuff. The little bit
Uh-huh.
of viewers I do have, I have to engage their
Oh
ear
no.
at least.
Exactly.
At least that's how I feel.
No.
It's a lot of stress.
Just
Okay,
chill.
I gotta sell people to watch me.
Uh-huh.
This is people don't understand that when you do hair, it sells. Babe, I'm looking at you.
Oh yes. Uh-huh. When you do hair,
We can do hair, but you
uh-huh.
gotta
It is
talk
sales,
too.
guys. Uh-huh.
And what do we mean by that, babe?
Um.
We can do my hair too. You gotta learn how to multitask in these
You want me to
videos.
multitask? Okay. All right. Okay. You can do it.
You can. You told me I can do it.
Okay.
I gotta speak life into you
It
too.
is sales because I mean, like when somebody comes to you, even though you may have marketed to them,
Hmm.
they still have questions of can you do the job,
Mm.
right?
Hmm.
They still have questions, even though you feel like you sold them because they're in the chair. They wanna know, can you
But
still do?
do
Can you
hairstyle.
do my hair?
Mm.
Yeah,
I've heard people say
yeah.
that too.
Well, I
Like, I
have.
know you did all that, but can you do this?
Yeah, like you're not a whole professional and you've done countless of other clients before. Oh, and if you haven't, you better fake it till you make it.
You
But
got to be gutsy
hmm
in this field, in the field
yeah.
of anything you're doing of sales. And okay, so what we mean by sales, we're old school people. What I've been doing, what well, regular people would call it retail, right?
hmm
I guess that's a better because sales has such a bad connotation.
Yes.
Um, we're all selling each other. Like today, every time we go live, we make a video. We are putting ourselves out there, and we're trying to get you guys to watch what we do.
Yes.
We do that by eye contact. We do that by the information we give. We give, if it's going to be one of us in the camera or
Two.
two. We set up our background.
Hmm
We're organic, but we kind of know exactly what we're trying to do in our videos, and we need you guys to watch. If
hmm
no one watches our video, what you need me to do?
Oh, nothing. I don't
Okay.
need you to do anything.
Um,
This is
if
all me.
we can be the most greatest performers ever, content providers ever, but we're nothing without the views. Correct?
Exactly.
So let me bring this to hairstyling. You might be the best hairstylist ever. You could do the fiercest 27 piece or what they call it, quick weave. You can be the best braider. You can be the best silk presser, but you're nothing without the person sitting in the seat. And I've seen so many people struggle with that. It's like the saying, if a tree falls in the forest and nothing and nobody's there, does it
Doesn't
make a
make a
sound?
sound.
And in my head, I'm saying no, because there was nobody there to hear it.
Mm.
So a hairstylist needs clientele
Yes.
to be classified
As a
as a
hairstylist.
hairstylist.
Yeah.
And so everybody who sits in your seat, you need to value that person. I know when you back in my day, it was a little small stint where people were plentiful, and then it became a place where everyone was doing hair, and people were doing hair out their house, and people was doing cheap hair. People started taking away from the service, meaning they weren't shampooing their
People
hair
have been
anymore.
doing cheap hair for a long time, but it got worse. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and so I was up against my professional and my license, and I'm senior, I'm this and I'm that. But it was like, honey, people down there is doing what you're doing for half the price, and they're just as good, if not better.
Mm.
So that kind of like kicked me out, like,
Oh yeah,
wow.
price is king.
So I had to come down on my price. I also had to come down on my inner thought of what I felt like my license put me at. Like, I'm like, okay, it's just a piece of paper to a lot of people.
Yes.
You
Can you
know,
do the job?
that's they don't care about license. Am I saying that it's right? No, it's not right. But it is. You want to get to the point where you understand the difference between reality and right,
hmm
and that's business. So you have to learn how to. I hate to say it. Sometimes to stay in the business, you have to kind of conform or try your best to incorporate what's going on now. That's why when I say certain things, I say, I don't know if you guys still believe in this. Like I did not like wigs. I felt like wigs was kind of the demise of the hair salon. It was the
Right.
demise of the license.
And why do you feel that way? Because I have a feeling, but tell them why you feel that way.
Well, that feeling, sir, can you
Okay.
tell them?
Okay. Well, she feels that way.
Throw the bricks
Oh,
down,
okay.
please.
Okay. All right. Well, you feel that way because you're a hairstylist, so it's about styling real hair, right?
Hmm.
That's how you feel. Like if you don't have any, how can I say it? A wig is something you can
Can you
just buy
guys
from the.
see? Hmm.
No, a wig is just something you can buy from the store.
Hmm.
Why do they
Yes.
need you? Uh huh.
Yeah, and then we were about hair care, and people literally took that word like literally after the fact. Like we only got the worst case scenario. Like no one believes in hair care until your hair is messed up during their alopecia, and then all of a sudden you want to come into a hairstylist and they
When you
want to
have.
when you have a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. But you know, that's health in general. A lot
I
of
know. I was gonna say
uh-huh.
that.
Yeah, you see it. You see it. It goes across everything. People don't really, really care about those things unless it's, a real problem. Until it's bad, until they can see it. You
Yeah.
know, who's really preventative out there? It's a select few. It's a very niche amount of people who are actually preventative. Hmm.
Oh, and you're opening my eyes about that. Yeah, and that's why when I go and I make these videos, I don't even talk about prevention anymore because I feel like it's kind of a lost art
And so you'll see,
if it was ever there in the first place.
like we do workout videos, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of people who there are some people who are just have a healthy lifestyle. That's a niche, But then
Mhm.
there's some people who are trying to exercise
And I
because
want
they
to,
have a health issue.
and you know what? I want to be like Tommy Davidson said to Martin that day, or what was his name, Varnell Hill.
Uh
I'm sorry, Martin said to Varnell Hill.
huh.
He said, "I want to get to the yams."
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's
I
how
do
I feel.
remember that.
I feel like I want to get to the yams. Like
Mhm.
I just like want to get out of my own way.
Mhm.
Sometimes I want people to be like preventative and want them to understand where I'm coming from because yeah, I've seen this before, I've been through it, and I try to talk from a stance of oh, lower your sugar, oh, do your exercising or else, but no one ain't feeling that. Like if we do fibroid commercials, I'm
Oh.
sorry,
Mhm.
videos, right? What
Mhm.
do nine out of well 4 out of 10 women say? I've already
Had
had.
the we do have some people that say I've already had the
And so in
surgery.
my mind, I'm like, well, if you already had the surgery, why are
Why are
you in
you
this video?
here?
But
Yes.
that's when the salesperson has to understand that you have to identify with the client. A lot of us we
It,
stick with our own way.
mhm.
And you'll hear me on my videos. You'll say, I say, you know what? It's levels to this. I had to realize it's levels to what I do. It's levels for people to give up sugar. It's levels to understand that hair care starts from within. It's levels to know that pH starts from within, pH wellness.
Mhm. Yes.
Nobody wants to hear that. There's people out here who are selling soaps that's knocking me out of the box.
They don't even know what PH stands for.
Yeah, because but they got soap and they got all of this stuff and they're doing wonderful and that's great because the thing about it is that's their niche and I look at that and I'm actually happy about that. That's great that they found something that women feel that is important for their feminine wellness.
Mhm.
But I want to get to the part. I want to get to the women to understand that it's an internal part, and it could be because they feel like it's too old, it's too hard to do that.
A lot of people just don't know. You understand? They don't know. They don't
Hmm.
feel like they have any um, power over their health condition. They just kind of go through life and they're just chilling. They're working, just trying to get through,
Hmm.
and they don't really know that what they do on a daily basis or what they don't do could be affecting them.
Yeah.
And so that's where you come in. You give them that guidance. You let them know, like, hey, you didn't have to have fibroids, right? You could shrink your fibroids naturally, right?
Hmm.
You don't have to be overweight. You don't have to have glucose that is out of control. You don't
Hmm.
have to, go through that. You don't have to have high blood pressure that's out of control.
Hmm.
So you're letting them know. You're guiding them through that process because a lot of people don't know. And so what you do is you let people know that you know how to help them with those situations.
Hmm.
And I mean, we run across so many people with those type of issues. We run across people who have problems sleeping, right?
Don't say that word.
Uh,
As soon as you say, look, as soon as you
problems
say
sleeping.
sleeping, everybody sleeps on this video. But I get what you're
I
saying.
have problems sleeping. They have problems with low energy. Some of them. Yes.
Yeah, like, and the thing about it is, I can break it down. Somebody said pretty skin. Thank you so much. I
They
can
have
break it.
problems with bad skin. And they want to know why do I have such bad skin? They need help with that.
And I just feel like
Hmm.
I don't wanna preach why people have bad skin. Why? Because I feel like I'm up against
Well, no.
Fenty
What you
and
do?
Ulta and
Uh,
Outre
oh,
is hair. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. Like I'm up against.
but you're not. You're in a totally different lane. Like because you're all about. They're all about makeup. You're not about makeup. You're all about internal beauty,
But
natural beauty.
how do you get to the people who have been literally trained since a child to constantly cover their problems?
Well,
That's tough, babe.
all you do is talk to them. You talk to them and let them know that there's another way, right? I mean, it's not that difficult anymore. It's not as difficult as it used to be because people are understanding about how certain products are bothering their skin and it breaks them down. They can know it themselves if you just bring attention to it.
Mm.
Like, yeah, some people say, why do I have bad skin? But they use makeup every day. They use the wrong makeup. You have to draw attention to themselves. Why do I have these issues? You know, they don't know. They really don't know. They just go through life not knowing. Just live.
Yeah, like the circles around the eyes, the hyperpigmentation that people are going through today. I kind of know why, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't think people believe anything that I don't think people actually believe that you can heal yourself kind of almost no matter what stage you are in within your wellness concerns. You can start doing some type of improvements just by just incorporating certain things. I just feel that people don't want to hear about that. They just want a quick fix.
Mm. Number one, like I feel like that if they had dark circles around their eyes, they probably had dark circles around their eyes for a long time.
Like when you first met me,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I had dark circles around my eyes and I didn't even know it because I've had it I had it all of my life.
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Continue. You had it all of
I
your
had it
life.
all of my life and my mom, she just said, put some glasses on. Ah.
Uh huh. Yeah. You
And, you know,
you had no idea that it was attached to something internal.
no. I mean, no.
Yeah. How would you
No.
put that? How would you put that together? Unless somebody told you and helped you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I've been conscious about it. I was conscious about it. And what
Hmm.
happened was I had talked to my mother one day and I was like, oh, at that time, I think I was like 10. I was too young for her to say, hey, just put some concealer on. She was like, oh, don't worry about it. She said, you put some glasses on, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to it. Because I don't even think she knew what it was. You know what I'm
Ah.
saying? It's
Yeah.
just that I had them. I was a little dark or whatever. And then I met you and you said, oh, you probably don't drink enough water.
Hmm. Yeah, I can
And
see
that
it.
makes perfect sense because those issues are attached to the kidneys. And so if you're not drinking enough water, and if your kidneys are having issues, then of course you're going to have sleeping problems, and because you have sleeping
Hmm.
problems because your kidneys are not well, and they wake you up every day, every
Hmm.
night. Can't sleep throughout the
You
night,
can't sleep throughout the night. Uh
because your
huh.
kidneys are not well.
Hmm.
And so that's why I love holistic because your doctor may give you a test for your kidneys, but unless you are diabetic, they may not. They may not say, oh,
Hmm.
because tests are not free.
Oh yeah, they do
And so
cost.
they're not going to just go ahead and do certain tests if they feel like you don't
There's no
need it.
need for it.
Like you
Yeah.
can't just go in there and say, hey, can you do me an A1C? Oh, why? You don't have any issues, or they're not going to just do an A1C to test what your glucose is. They're just
Unless
not
there's
going
a
to do
reason
that
for
unless there's a reason that they see.
it. Hmm.
But they have things out here that you can keep up on your own
Yeah, because
glucose
they have to
and
have a reason, I believe, to charge insurance for a
yeah,
certain service.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hmm, we're just lollygagging and talking as husband and wife and business partners and things like that. Hopefully you guys are
Learning
learning
something.
something and getting inspired. But yeah, it's just showing not the challenges that
The
we have
challenges. Uh huh.
because we've always been. Well, I can't speak for you. You can speak for yourself. But I know me. I've always tried to not fit in, but see where I fit in. There's a difference.
Hmm.
Where do I fit in this new arena of people who are literally um, overly stressed and
Oh,
issues are happening like every day and
people are
people
more
have gone
stressed.
through so much like loss
They're
and
more stressed than
loss
what
of
they've ever been.
jobs,
Yeah.
loss of family. I mean, this is a very ultra stressed climate in which we are living in.
Hmm. Yeah.
And how do you speak firmly yet lovingly to people um, during a time where stress is probably preventing them to even be open to it?
Well, all you can do is put your message out there, and if they have an ear, for it.
And that's biblical.
Hmm.
He
They.
who has an ear, let him hear. Right?
Uh-huh.
I think I'm worried about the many instead of the one.
Hmm.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It starts with one person because
Yeah.
that one person is going to tell another person. It's never just one.
It's sort of like looking
Yeah.
at a mountain, and you.
Yeah, like Will Smith said it
Uh huh.
in his book about his
Exactly.
dad, and I need to read the rest. But he said, well, I got past the daddy-o thing.
Hmm.
He said that his father got him to he and his brother. His father got them to what build a wall,
Uh
and he
huh.
was like, "How are we going to build this
Uh
wall?"
huh. Yeah.
And he said, they would have to take a brick every day. And he said, you know what? Instead of thinking about the wall,
Uh
think
huh.
about the brick.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I love Will Smith because to see what he did a few days ago, or whenever you guys are watching this or whatever, to see what he did,
I
I'm
think
very
it's the
like,
accumulation of things. I really do.
and that's why I like to talk how I talk because
Hmm.
stress is cumulative; it builds up,
Hmm.
and whatever happened, it's like he just took it out on Chris Rock at that one time, and thank God Chris Rock could still stand on his feet. Because what if he really took all of his aggression out on them,
Uh,
But yeah, that's what he said. He said, his dad told him, do not think about the wall, think about the brick. And I think I'm always thinking about the wall. See
yes.
how I just gave you all the adversities that I'm going through mentally? Well,
Yes.
what about this? And what about that? And then something just told me, stop worrying about the many and worry about the one. Because it only takes one person to hear what you have to say for it to not be, feel like it's in vain.
Yes. Just one person.
We all go through our own mental struggles. Everybody. I don't care how far up they are. I don't care how much money they have in the bank. I don't care how many successes they have, how many platforms they have, how many people watch them. Everybody has their problems,
Yes,
their
they do.
problems.
They're problems.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They have their problems. And the thing about it is, unfortunately, everyone is not what they would call now transparent. I don't transparent is just it's just telling the truth.
You're so
Like
transparent.
that's the
Yeah.
that's the day. And can you like group this hair?
I dear. I'm there. I'm already there.
I'm like that client. I used to hate when the clients were like,
Stick it
this
with me.
all of this is beautiful, but then they'd be like, but what about
They would be taking that little thing.
what
Guys,
about like
thank you
this?
so much for the support, guys. Make sure you share this out. I know. Just pick up the small little issue when everything else looks fine.
Yeah,
See that? Isn't that what we talking about?
yeah.
That's exactly what we talking about. Yeah.
And this whole time,
Uh huh.
no one said anything.
No, they're just
But
watching.
you told me, you said, don't worry about it. Just talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
said, see, he's there. So people who feel like you don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. I can do everything by myself. No, you need somebody to kind of see another angle of your situation. When we have issues, we are stuck at that one issue. But someone else could say, well, girl, you got this, you got that, you got this going on for you. Others can see what we can't, right? Because
They
we're like
can.
in our fishbowl
Mm-hmm.
of issues. So
They
I don't
can.
know. I just don't know. I do know.
You
I'm
do
just gonna
know.
be quiet
Uh huh.
for a second and just let all
Ah,
that
you do
marinate.
know. Uh huh. You do know.
I hate to be putting you through this because that's the thing about it. It's like a lot of people don't want to get married or be in a relationship. It's because they don't want to deal with anyone else's problems, probably because they can't even deal with their own.
Uh, yeah,
Right?
that's real.
And so I do hate the fact that I'm going through this, but with you and don't think that I'm having a weak moment. I'm just having a reset moment.
Okay.
And when things are resetting, sometimes it looks a little skewed a
Oh,
little bit.
okay.
But I'm just developing what to do next.
Okay.
You don't go through that?
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm working on this one project, and I jumped into it. You know how I am.
Mhm.
I jumped into this project and said, okay, I can do it. And I didn't know everything that was involved in it. And I keep getting discouraged because it's taking longer than what I expected. But I said, you know what? Let me just break this down into smaller problems. Let
Mhm.
me just do one piece of it at a time. I can do one piece of it at a time before you know it, everything will be put in together, put into place. And that's what I've been doing. Because if I just look at it, I'm like, man, I'm a long way to go before I can finish this. So I just focus on one piece that I can plug in and say, okay, this part of it is done. Okay, this part of it is done. Okay, this part of it is done. And before you know it, I'll be finished. But it was
And
challenging.
I'm trying to support you through that because my husband and I we were talking a few days ago, and I brought up these movies like Pursuit of Happiness and things like that because if you actually watch that movie, it was about Chris Gardner, and it's another movie out there, a Tyler Perry movie. Even when you're done baking, you like sit down because I know I need you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you go towards these movies, it was the wife that was very impatient and didn't stick around with her husband because at the time it's like, oh, they're going through a little bit of financial issues, or they're going through what I would call a transformation. And sometimes you go through that after a while, like okay, you get older, or maybe a mishap happened. I mean, everybody should know about that since the climate we're living in right now, right? Things just kind of like some things halted for people. And so I didn't want to be like the wife off of what's that darn Tyler Perry movie with the crazy
Oh,
Taraji
that's not matrimony, is it?
Annihilation or
Uh,
them. Uh,
what was that movie? Taraji was in it.
okay, you guys know what
Yeah.
it is. Taraji P Henson,
Yeah.
and she basically left her husband and Chris Gardner.
Yeah.
His wife left right before they hit a lick.
Uh huh.
And then what I tell you, babe? What I say? I said I'm there with you. I said I
Hmm.
know you're doing a project. And I'm like, I got you. I don't want to be that wife that say, you know what, I'm out. I'm out. And then all of a sudden, somebody else is in my, like Beyonce say, someone else's hips up in my house, enjoying what I freaking
Yeah.
built for 5 years.
Yeah. 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 There's so many stories out
So
there.
I get it. Those movies are true.
Yeah.
It's true. And a lot of women, a thing about it is, are you going to sit or,
Yeah.
um, I like to tell because I am such a um, I guess I'm a counselor in heart,
You
right?
are.
And so I try to counsel you in how women feel. What do I always say about women? What do we need?
Oh.
We love stability.
Stability.
And
Yeah.
that's just basically I'm gonna tell you why
You're telling
we
me.
don't work well without being stable. Are you guys still here? Go ahead and hit those hearts. I don't care if you're not. My husband said don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm just gonna keep this going.
Mm-hmm.
We want stability.
Yes.
And when we're not stable mentally, it causes all issues. Why? Because we're just hormonal beings as
Mm-hmm.
women. So when you come in and like when we first was married, he came in and he said, you know what? I lost my job.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Uh-huh.
I said, okay. My spirit was like, uh-huh. So what we doing? Like, what's going on? Because I'm being a housewife. What you got? Like I couldn't really. I was
Yeah.
so young. I did. I was there with you because the Bible says better or worse, rich or
Uh-huh.
poor.
Yes.
And honey, we've been more poor than rich in our life, but we
Yes,
rich in Jesus.
we are.
We rich in the basis. So the thing about it is, people don't understand that life is so bipolar that you gotta have your sense about you because things happen when you're mentally like that, up and down. You're in trouble because life is enough like that. I'm
Yes.
gonna stop preaching and
Yes.
let you talk. What you
Yeah, it's
feel?
the truth. Life is up and down, and you got to be
And marriage and
yeah,
relationships are up
yeah.
and
It's
down.
never like this. It's never like that. It's always up and down. You know
Yeah.
that's why the young people are talking about frequencies and wavelengths and
Uh
all that
huh.
other stuff.
Uh huh. They
Yeah,
say,
I think that's what I'm gonna get.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get that over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about ups and downs. That's life. Shoot, and when it's even, when it's even in the medical field, It's Flatline.
Oh, you just said a word, man of God. That is your new name.
Yeah.
I'm calling him that now. Call your husband man of God, because even on weak times and times in which things may not be looking up and up, but he knows he's a man of God. He knows who he represents.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's some words. Repeat that.
I said when it's even in the medical field, they call it Flatline. That is it.
That's right. If you and we have plenty of knowledge on that, don't we?
Yes, we
when
do.
you on that darn thing and you see that thing going up, that's always good.
Yeah.
When it's up, it's up, it's up.
It's
right?
Yeah,
when it ain't up, it ain't. Ooh, when that thing goes flat, that means it's D-E-A-D.
It's done.
It's
That's
D-O-A.
life.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think you said a word. You said a word. Like Cherie Fletcher says. You said, I got a word for you. See, that's why I say this. You know what? Oh, sometimes God will put the words in your mouth just to encourage. He said, "You looking at other people to encourage you." When I put that in you to encourage yourself.
Yes.
Hello. Sometimes people just want life to be perfect.
Yeah.
They feel like when things are not looking up, that means you did something bad, or they feel like if you are in the camp of God, and you're in camp and you're a Christian and you pray and you go to church, that nothing's going to happen to you.
Oh, that's not true. if you listen to the word, you're gonna have tribulations. You know, God went through tribulations. Christ went through tribulations.
He made us in His image. Hello, I'm just getting this word down.
What makes us any different? That doesn't make us any different.
God was tested. He was tempted. Yes. He was pinned on the cross. Yes. But He also what? He rose on the third day. And that's how we feel. Like Wycliffe said, sometimes we look for encouragement from social media and clout and money and views. But they'll elect you one day, they will assassinate you one day, and then elect you again.
I remember that song. If I was president.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's like
Wyclef, guys, look it up.
Yeah. If I was president,
I was president.
That's the thing, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get encouragement when He gave us a gift and a platform to encourage others, and you can't encourage others without being encouraged yourself.
No.
Or without getting encouraged. It's plenty of times we have gone live and we have made videos, and I say, you know what? This is why God had me say this on camera, and I look at myself. And I'm speaking life in myself. And the thing about it is, that's what we got to do every day. We telling these people too. You have to tell yourself, I'm above and not beneath. I am victorious.
Yes.
I am healed. People feel like sickness is just the flesh. I just told you this morning, I said the worst thing in the world to ever have is to have your mental state not being well.
That is so powerful.
If your mental state is not well, your whole body will follow that.
If your mental state is sick.
Forget the body. The body heals for the most part. It'll heal. You know, like the cat scratched me a day ago.
Oh.
It's healing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But guess what? I know not to go near that darn cat.
I know, right?
After you went through something and things like that, after you've gone through it, you're supposed to get better.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So God put you through that to get you to the point, like they say, if it didn't kill you, it's supposed to make you stronger. Well, if you're still here to talk about it, what's the lesson you got from it?
That's
what's the lesson?
That's what you should be looking for. What is the lesson?
What is the lesson? And so that's the thing, like, okay, so this is my problem, right? We've been doing these videos for a long time. I was looking on our YouTube, where YouTube has over 500 videos, right? Half of those videos ain't even up yet. Like, I make videos and I'll just put them on private. And
tap the screen to follow us on YouTube.
But I myself feel like I should be further along, but then if you understand what God has for you, He may say, no, you right where you need to be. Remember I said this yesterday? I said, well, I might have said it today.
So real.
I said, we've been through so much. I said, it's people out here, one day in our situation, they wouldn't be able to make it because they all about physical and superficial happiness. What is superficial happiness?
Oh. The
The
things of the.
pursuit to happiness.
Oh
Hello.
yeah.
Is it happy or happy? What's the true joy? But
uh,
what are most people, what are they chasing?
mm. Well, I remember hearing them talk about the name, and they said happiness is actually a pursuit.
It's not just given to you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now man says happiness. I say joy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because to be honest, nothing on earth, I don't care what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Money, fame, love. That's why the song from Al Green is called "Love and Happiness."
And happiness, yes. Uh-huh.
Hello, it's called "Love and Happiness."
You
If
guys know
love
the
and
song, right?
happiness were the same, why is it called "Love
Love
and
and
Happiness"?
happiness.
Happiness is separate. You can be the most loved person and still not be happy.
Mm-hmm. Those are two
So
different things. Uh-huh.
happiness is something from within. There is nothing on this earth that can give you happiness. Anything that can be taken away from you, anything that can decay, anything that can atrophy, how can that ultimately give you happiness? Like a nice car, after you drive it off the lot, it
It
depreciates.
depreciates,
So
yeah.
why are
Uh-huh.
you looking at a car for your happiness? If something happens, a scratch on your car,
Oh, you're instantly
you're
mad.
instantly
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And so I had to learn really what is happiness. Happiness is something that comes from within that
Within.
nobody can take from you.
Mm-hmm. It's not internal. I mean external. It's
It's
internal.
not external.
Yeah.
And so with people who are looking for fame and money and power, even respect,
Hmm.
money, power, respect, what we need in life is money, power, and
It's
respect.
what you need in life. Yeah.
Right? When you're looking for those type
Yeah.
of things, are you really happy? Because if you know God and Jesus didn't, he was the born out of what? Pure love, not anything
Mm-hmm.
sinful. He was a
Mm-hmm.
good guy.
Yes.
He did for people, heal people,
Yeah.
raise the dead. But it
Mm-hmm.
was people who utterly hated
His
him.
own people. Yeah. His own people.
So when we doing God's work,
For no
sometimes
cause.
you're gonna go through some things.
Yes.
You are gonna truly, truly go through some things, and people have to understand that because they'll say, "Well, what did you do wrong?" Like,
Mm.
what? Oh, that happened to you? You must have did
Yeah.
something. And I even,
What did you do right?
what did you do right?
What did you do right? Yeah.
What did you do right? So, yeah, it's just it is what it is. Ups and downs, ins and outs,
Mm-hmm.
cold and hot. That's life,
That
and
is
you
life.
have to learn how to weather all of those things.
Mm-hmm. That's so
Like, how
true.
do you jump off a bridge with $10 billion in the bank?
I know.
Right? Why are
Yeah.
you not happy? Like that scene in ATL. You got a Picasso
You
in your
got a
house.
Picasso in
Why
your
are you
house. That's
sitting
a
there
classic right there.
crying?
Mm-hmm.
You got
Yeah.
thousands of people in your room.
Yeah.
Thousands of people watching you.
Watching you. Uh-huh.
And you sitting here acting a fool and complaining because 200 people left?
Exactly.
Like people, we're strong to be sitting here giving heart to people that is, look at that number. I ain't going to
That's
even
a
say it.
yes. Uh-huh.
I'm not going to even say
I
it.
like that number. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
People, I look at people all the time and I
Yeah.
say, how do they not value having all these people watching them?
I know.
Be thankful. Look at my room.
Mm-hmm.
Then go over to your room
Uh-huh.
and be thankful for what you have. Because I don't have monetarily, it looks like I don't have much, but I got a lot than most. Why? Because I got that internal peace.
You got it.
And I know that the right people will see our videos
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And we have so many talents that we're using on an everyday basis.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
Which is important. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
People are what are you looking at? Are you looking at it that we look like we're in a darn cave somewhere?
I know it does. It look like we're camping. Like we're in a quarantine.
What happens when you don't use your talent?
Oh. Well, you're supposed to use your talents.
It is a sin.
It is a sin.
And most people who are not happy. Okay, babe, can you like back up a little bit?
Okay, I'm in this. Okay, all right. How about this? Let me scoot you
You're making me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I I'm looking at the peoples.
I
Okay.
mean, you somebody come in here and don't know you, be like, what the heck is he staring at? They gonna go.
I'm looking at them. I see you
I'm
guys.
looking at y'all like y'all looking at me. That's what they say. Um, but yeah, the reason why a lot of people aren't happy with their job or they're not happy with their life
hmm
is because they're not using their true talent.
Talents,
And
yes.
talent does not necessarily mean it's going to equal money. It's just
No.
talent equals purpose.
Ah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. hmm
What do you get from that?
Oh, that was powerful.
That was a word.
Yeah, that was a word.
Hmm.
Talent equals
Talent
purpose.
equals purpose.
hmm
So whatever your talent is, it's very free
It's definitely
flowing.
connected to your purpose.
It's not stressful.
hmm
It's just something that no one has to pull out of you. It just comes out of you.
hmm
I was your mother, and you were talking about Whitney Houston, right, yesterday,
Oh yeah.
and you were saying that she didn't like singing, and she had
hmm
said that she did not like
Yeah,
singing,
she said she didn't
but
like
she
it.
didn't realize that that was her purpose and that was her talent.
hmm
And see,
Yeah.
sometimes our talent doesn't necessarily mean it's comfortable in the beginning of it. Like once you learn it, then talent doesn't mean that it's natural and that you don't have to keep it up and exercise it and all of
hmm
that. But once you realize it's a talent and that talent was a gift from God, you would never squander it the way she did. Her talent was connected to her purpose.
Yeah.
She didn't know that. It was a disconnect. Some
hmm
illnesses was in there as well.
Yeah.
And so that's what
A lot of things
ultimately
went on.
took
Yeah.
her life because first and foremost, her voice was gone,
I
her
know.
purpose was gone,
I know.
and so therefore there was probably nothing else for her to do. And so I've seen that in people like once they stop working, especially people who love their jobs and they love to do what they were doing, and then all of
Continue
a
to work.
sudden they were
Yeah.
not able to do it anymore. Their life kind of went down a little
Uh
bit.
huh. Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
like what would we do if like what would our life
Keep
be?
moving. Uh huh. Keep working. Keep doing. Keep
Like the talent is not
keep contributing.
necessarily the skill.
No. Mm-mm.
Like what's the skill of what we do? We know how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to keep
No.
somebody looking.
Yes. Uh huh.
Hello.
Hey guys, I see you.
We know how to get people to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Yes.
this
Uh huh.
like God is telling me telling me now, like you
Uh
want
huh.
people to talk to you, but you're talking. You're saying a word.
Uh huh.
That's the word of the day.
Uh huh.
If you have a word, people are gonna what?
They're gonna listen.
They're gonna
They're
listen.
gonna
So just
listen.
let
Uh huh.
people listen to you. You said
Yes.
that to me today. You
I
said,
did.
I heard you. I didn't want to hear it, but I'm hearing it again. I'm like, you're absolutely right. You're looking for people. You're looking for your videos to be like everyone else's. That's a big mistake. The only way I'm able to look at my videos and say they should be like everyone else's is if I'm doing what everybody else is doing, and I'm
Exactly.
not doing what they're doing.
No. No, you're not.
I'm not promoting illegal substances. I'm not
Mm.
promoting to abuse my body. I'm not promoting to have multiple relationships.
No.
I'm not promoting to do any of that. So why do you expect your videos to be like theirs? It's like trying to, fit a circle peg in a square hole. I'm trying to force it in and say, I want you to type. I want you to share. No, that's not
No.
how it goes.
No. We got us a select group of people that just want to listen and learn. Right?
Hmm.
They're not trolling us.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not
hmm
trollable.
Yeah.
I asked God a long
Yeah.
time ago
Yeah.
to take
Yeah.
that away, and
We're
He
not.
did.
Yeah. We're not like something that's shocking, right?
No, we're not shocking.
hmm
No.
But we have a lot to say.
But we have a lot to say. And that's the
hmm
thing, like my husband had asked me this morning, he said, well, if this person that you're watching is actually making you feel bad, why are you watching them? Well, that's true. Because at one time they weren't making me feel bad. But I was like, why is this person who is doing everything negative, why do they have so many more people watching? I'm like, I'm still kind of stuck there. But it's biblical, right?
Yes. Uh huh.
It says, wide is the road to
To the
destruction,
destruction. Yeah.
and narrow is the road to
Righteousness.
righteousness.
hmm
So I'm asking for a wide road for righteousness, and that's just not what it is going to be.
No.
Like that.
It's not set up that way.
that person said about Jesus had 12 disciples.
Oh yeah.
He had 12 disciples, not 1,200,
Mm-mm.
not 90. He had
No,
12,
no. And to be honest, he had 11 good ones.
and he had 11 good ones.
Uh huh.
And so, you know how they say,
Yeah.
you know, you if you find a good friend, you found a gem.
Mm-hmm.
It's because everyone is not good. If
No.
you're lucky, if you're blessed enough to find one good friend,
Mm-hmm.
like if everyone's able to find a Gail or an Oprah, because they claim that they're best friends, they've been,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking
That's
about all that
good.
other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but they claim that they've been these friends. Or how about this? I was
Oh
thinking
well.
Keisha and Pam.
Yeah.
I was like Keisha Campbell
Yeah.
and what's her name?
Oh, Will Smith
Gina
and
Hart.
Jazzy Jeff. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they have been like this, or
Yes.
Salt and Pepper.
Or Salt and Pepper. There you
Let's
go.
say that.
Yeah.
That's great. Like I think a lot of us
Well,
feel
Kid
like,
and Play. Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's like if you find like
Mm-hmm.
some great viewers,
Mm-hmm.
if it's 2 or 3 or 1, I mean,
Yes.
that's all that matters.
That's
I'm
all that
looking for the
matters.
many, and that's not what we're promoting. We're
No.
not promoting that type of content, so
No.
it probably will not be like I'm expecting it to be.
No. Mm-mm.
And so I have to understand.
And yeah. Yep. You have to. Yeah. Exactly. You have to understand that. And even if
Yeah.
we did reach more people, right? Our people would be totally different than
Yeah,
their people.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's what kids.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been doing this? Since 2015.
2015, guys. We've been
That's
rocking
a
it
long
out.
time.
Yeah.
And at no time during that 7 years,
All right.
we've reached 7 years now.
Uh,
Um,
wow. Really?
I have not had all of these people that I felt like I had, but I
7
keep going.
years. Yeah. Exactly.
I
And,
keep
and
going.
when we come live, we have people that say, "Hey, what's going on?" Like we still see people that we've seen 5 years who've been rocking out with us 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you guys, if you watch, sometimes it'll actually show anniversary follower.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll be like, "Hey, Jenna, what's going on?" They'll say, "Hey, Mrs. Jenna, Mrs. J." Yeah. Or Jenna and Andrew. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somebody said, all of your videos have helped me, whether it was food, health.
See?
I
Mm-hmm.
can't read all of it.
It
Didn't
has
all
to see
show up.
more. Uh-huh.
Don't be discouraged in your well doing. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think doing
Yep.
well, like when you're doing, I feel like we're doing the work of God. We're working in
Mm-hmm.
His vineyard. I think a little bit of discouragement is going to be there. Just like, what is it, Paul? Was it Paul? And Jesus walked across the water, and he
Oh,
said, "You
yeah.
can do it too." And
Mm-hmm.
he said, "No, I can't do it."
I know.
He so you have so little faith, but
Yeah.
he still stuck by him.
Yes.
Was
Uh-huh.
Paul one of his disciples?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he tried it too. He tried to
Mm-hmm.
get them to say, "Hey, I'm doing this, but you can do it too."
Uh-huh.
And it was like, "Oh no, I can't.
I know.
I can't do that."
I'm not you. Yeah.
And no, He made us in His image.
Yes.
And so, my point is, you're going to get discouraged.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah,
It is normal
you're going to
in
get
your walk.
discouraged.
In
And
your
then you
walk to
have
be
to
discouraged. Uh-huh.
like I asked you today, you have to speak life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't feel strong enough to speak life into myself at that moment. I needed you to help me see that there is a possibility here. I don't know why I woke up like this today. You know how Beyonce said she woke up flawless,
Yeah.
and that was like a complete like mockery because she knows darn well she didn't wake up flawless. She worked for everything she got.
Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah.
that's what other people want to feel
Want
like.
to see that,
That you
yeah.
just wake up this way.
Yeah, and not see the progress
I had two
the
people.
process. Uh-huh.
I've had
Yeah.
2 people ask me, "How do you know all of this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I mean,
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
know it because I've been doing it for a while, and
And that was
I
for
don't know
real.
how to answer the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Because I guess people feel like it's easy to do what we do, which is make videos and get people to.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Yeah.
make people feel what we're saying without touching you. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that all about what God's camp is about? You're
Yes.
supposed to feel Him, know He's there, but you don't necessarily see and you don't necessarily feel it
That's
physically.
all about faith.
That is an art
Yeah.
to convey your words, convey your feelings, convey the word in which you want to express to a group of people, no matter how big or small it is, it's still a group, and to
Good
get
one.
them to walk away from your video encouraged and feeling great and putting in something that they've learned from that video into work within their life. Mm. When I was younger, I never envisioned having my own ministry because I thought being a pastor meant, first of all, you're a man. Secondly,
Yeah.
you need a big, huge outreach church.
No.
You need to be in a building. I never thought that a ministry is just basically having something that you're promoting a group of people to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter where that group is.
Yeah. It's not the building.
And that's why I say, when we do videos.
It's not the title. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
It's not the building or title.
Yeah. I was saying when we do videos, I want us to always try to be positive. Like I don't want, like, some people you watch, they bring you down.
I know.
They bring you into their life to the point where you feel like you're going through it yourself. They tell you all of their negative experiences. Okay, if I'm listening to someone who said, "Oh, they've been through X, Y, and Z," and I'm like, "Okay, and then what?" Oh, okay. If nothing else to this story, you're just gonna tell me all the negative stuff you've been through,
and that's it.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't buy into that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I just don't. I don't buy into content like that because when you're going through something, you want to watch somebody who is victorious and going through some and going to help you to feel better. Exactly. I don't need to watch TV to feel worse.
No.
Case in point, let's talk. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We watched Bel Air yesterday.
Oh gosh, that is that show is it draws you in, guys. It draws you in. Yeah.
Bel Air. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's like the remake of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Wow.
That last scene, and I know they're trying to get that scene when Will Smith,
the original one,
cried about his father. Boy, did they turn that around.
Oh, they did.
Oh, this is a spoiler alert. If you guys don't watch that.
It was like uncut.
My God.
It was that scene uncut.
I felt, whoever wrote that, or whoever that actor is, or whoever, whatever, kudos to them.
I know.
I felt for Marlon at that
time.
Lou. I felt for Lou. I didn't really dig what Will did.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was
the person playing
way overboard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could never tell my parent, no matter how bad I wanted them to
call them out their name.
All this stuff, and I'm like, whoa. And I asked my husband, I said, is this how people are talking to their parents now? I said, we're so, sheltered. Like, your dad told me to look out for you because he's been sheltered. Little did he know, I was sheltered too. We are just two sheltered only children that God placed together.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I would never talk to and I had some reasons to be mad at my father. Goodness. But I would, first of all, he wouldn't allow it.
Oh, heck
my father would not have allowed me to talk to him like that.
Not at all.
Look, he'll always say this, okay, but I'm still your father.
I am your father. Yes. Yes.
It's like, forget all that. I'm still your father. That's just the type of parenting we came from.
That exactly.
Like your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom wouldn't let you do that.
Oh,
I mean, it's just
by no means.
And so I don't know if that was good or bad for the young people who are watching.
Actually see it.
I don't think so. I don't think that was the best to do. I mean, yes, it got me in there. I felt like he was saying that to us. Like, I felt that. You know, but I don't think that's good representation. Just because someone does something to you, or the lack thereof being there for you, it doesn't give you the right to talk to them that way.
No,
our parents is our first line of respect.
Exactly.
If you don't respect your parents, you're not going to respect anyone. You're not going to respect your wife, your child, your boss, your business, yourself. If you don't respect the people who helped get you here, because we all know all babies come from God.
Yes. They're
but
just carriers.
they were carriers
Mm-hmm.
for you to have life, and for you
Mm-hmm.
to sit there and
Yeah.
talk to them like that, unacceptable. I mean, the Bible says to honor your parents, honor your father and your mother, for your days on this earth will be longer.
Be
And
long.
I used to get scared on that, because when you're a child, you're thinking that, oh my gosh, if I don't respect my parents, I'm going to die
I
early.
know, right?